We've all heard about the transformation that the energy industry is currently experiencing, and that change is occurring not only because of the advances in technology, but also because customers are embracing that new technology. To put this into context, more than 2 million households now have solar panels, which represents about 20% of homes. And around 12,000 of these solar installations are coupled with battery storage. The development of technology and the use of data in this context is helping to provide customers with better access to their own usage data, which enables customers to make more informed decisions than ever before. And in this presentation, I'll run through some of the experiences we've had in the ACT, which are aimed at helping customers to make more informed choices while also improving network efficiency. Firstly, I'll run through a change that we've made to the network tariff or pricing structure in the ACT. The double-ended arrow here shows a range of tariff options on a cost-reflective spectrum. So in the ACT, we've always had less cost-reflective flat and block tariffs, but we've been transitioning small customers from less to more cost-reflective tariffs in the last 10 years. In 2007, a time of use tariff was introduced in the ACT for small customers, and they could choose to opt in. What we found is that after 3 years, only 30 customers were on that tariff. So in 2010, the assignment policy was changed to an opt-out. And under that arrangement, new residential customers were assigned to the time of use tariff and could opt out to the flat tariff. Since then, the take-up of this tariff has averaged 5,000 customers per year, with less than 400 customers opting out, which is less than 1%. Data analysis has shown that customers on the time of use tariff are, as a whole, responding to the price signals. There's a 24% improvement in the load factor of customers on a time of use tariff compared to a flat tariff in the ACT. And in 2017, the ACT moved to peak demand tariffs to coincide with the rollout of smart meters. And smart meter data can be remotely read and can provide households with detailed information about their usage at specific times, including at times when the network is experiencing peak demand. So as customers respond to cost-reflective price signals by shifting usage from peak periods when the network faces its highest demand, network investment can potentially be deferred, which reduces network costs in the future. The introduction of peak demand tariffs also provides an opportunity for customers to reduce their network component of their electricity bills by managing the use of their electricity appliances within those peak periods. By January of this year, around 12 months after the demand tariff was introduced, there were approximately 8,000 residential customers and 1,000 small business customers on this tariff, which represents around 4% of our residential customer base and about 6% of our commercial customer base. And around 80 customers had chosen to opt out, which again is around 1%. In the ACT, one of the retailers has chosen to adopt the same network peak demand structure in their retail offering. And that way the end user is receiving the cost-reflective price signals. It's really important that network businesses listen to retail feedback when designing network tariffs because they've got a direct relationship with the customer. Network tariffs that are both cost-reflective and simple for customers to understand are more likely to be passed on through the retailer to the end customer. Another demand management initiative to help improve network efficiencies is the establishment of a virtual power plant in the ACT. This brings together around 400 households which provide excess stored energy to the grid at times of extreme demand, such as during a heat wave. And this project is helping to assist all electricity customers through extreme weather periods when blackouts are more common. Further, Evo Energy is also establishing a trial where we're monitoring all electrical and gas appliances in a new home, and this data is providing us with a better picture about how much energy is used to, for example, cool a home to 20 degrees when it's 40 degrees outside. So how did Evo Energy introduce peak demand tariffs? Well, there were two key enablers. One was effective communication and the other was about robust data analysis. In the implementation and rollout phases of the demand tariff, Evo Energy engaged with a range of customers and stakeholders, including retailers. And this engagement's ongoing. We're still working on refining our communication about demand tariffs to make it more understandable for customers. We recognise that demand-based charging is a new concept for many small customers because most of them are still on consumption-based tariffs. So Evo Energy's created a demand tariff website page, a consumer fact sheet, and we're currently working on developing a short video to explain demand tariffs to customers. The other key enabler was to the introduction of demand tariffs was data analysis, particularly in shaping the tariff structure and appropriate tariff levels. Using historical interval data, we calculated flat, time of use and demand tariff bills for a real sample of customers. And using this model, we tested different energy and demand charges to ensure that customers were rewarded for shifting their load outside that peak period. We were also able to use the data to assess what a demand tariff bill might look like for customers at either end of the spectrum, so either a very peaky or a very flat load customer. And this data analysis was then fed back into our consumer engagement to explain how different types of customers were expected to fare. The demand tariff enables customers to manage their load in a way that affects their network bill, while also allowing them the option to opt out to a time of use tariff. So in conclusion, cost-reflective tariffs and other demand management initiatives are enabling customers greater opportunity to take control of the network component of their bill. At the same time, these initiatives are improving network efficiencies, which will lead to cost savings in the future. And to enable these initiatives to be successfully rolled out, it's imperative that customers are consulted and informed and that appropriate data analysis is conducted to ensure that consumer impacts are well understood and communicated. Thank you.